Oh, God.
How's it going?
My God.
Good to see you. That was quite the entrance.
Well,
It was like A plus for effort.
Yeah. Feel free to grab your mic off the thingy. We're sharing mics. I guess Sam and Kristen, you'll share one, and Megan and Sam. First off, I want to ask you, we're going to open up the floor to questions in just a sec, so please get your questions ready. Toss up your hand, and I will find you with my eagle eyes. But what's it like, you know, three seasons in? I remember talking to you before the show even launched. What's it like now to be at Fan Expo in 2013, about to, you know, in the middle of shooting season 4 with all of this fan support around it? I mean, how does it feel to be here at a con like this?
It's terrible.
You hate it?
It's awful.
you just get real nervous, though.
Well, yeah, bro.
You just get real nervous.
No.
Do you get nervous, Sam?
Oh, I don't feel emotions. I'm smiling broadly right now. This is it. That's all you get.
Does it continue to surprise and gratify you, though, the degree to which this show has been embraced by fans? Because, I mean, if you go online, like, the amount of theory spinning that goes on around this show is really quite something. Is that kind of surprising and gratifying to you, Mr. Huntington?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, it is, Jay.
Yeah. Hi. Great hat.
I know. You like my hat?
I love the hat.
It's newish. No. Well, it's a version of one of many that I have. Yeah, you know, it's literally my favorite thing is coming to these things because, as you know, we shoot all the way over in Montreal, and we don't get to meet people who watch the show when we're shooting. So we're working in this little vacuum, and that's kind of the way, you know, it works with film and television. So like, this is like our way to like talk to people and actually see for ourselves that yes, people actually do watch the show.
Yeah.
So it's great, and everyone except for one of you is really nice.
And you know who you are.
You know who you are.
That one guy.
That one guy.
Worst.
Well, we know that you guys are in the midst of production right now. You're saying you just completed episode 4.
Yes.
So what was it like getting back into your characters? I mean, do you miss them when you're off?
Do you miss him?
Definitely.
Miss Nora? Yeah.
I do miss Nora. Fortunately, these guys, you know, we keep in touch throughout the year, so we still see each other. But yeah, the characters definitely stay with you. So.
Yeah, Kristen actually will go out into the woods and just get naked. Nothing happens. She's just like, she gets out there on the full moon, she's like, please, please, please. Please. And then she melts, and then... Yeah. She calls it camping. She's like, yeah, guys, I'm going camping tonight. You're going camping? It's 9 o'clock at night.
Megan, we're going to talk about where you guys left things with season 3, because did you like the finale of season 3? Holy, did you guys like it? It was so good. I had to take a moment afterwards, actually a few moments. Megan, now that you're partway through season 4, I know you can't give us any big spoilers, but how do you feel so far about season 4? And are we feeling any shifts in terms of the tone or the focus of the show? What can you tell us without spoiling?
Yeah, there's some huge changes in 4. We actually, Kristen and I just finished reading episode 9 on the plane. And we were screaming like
literally
little
I was
girls.
like rattled with goosebumps.
I'm a very sensitive goosebumper.
Here's the thing: is like this season really shakes things up a lot, and there are some huge plot points that happen that might change the show completely. And you know, season 3, in my opinion, and I think we all sort of agree on this, is that it was the best season that we've had so far. And you know, so it's a tough spot to be in, because it's like, okay, well, where do we go from here? And I think season 4 really sort of continues on that train, but also brings something entirely different and scary and weird. And
yeah, but that's just the fact that Sam's in it. Scary and weird.
That's what I bring to the show, dude.
Sam, what about Aiden in season 3? Because the Aiden quote that sticks with me the most is from the season finale, and it's when you're talking about the fact that you basically owe everybody now. It was a very different Aiden that we met at the end of, or said goodbye to at the end of season 3. So what was he like for you to play throughout season 3? What did you think of his arc in the most recent season?
Well, I liked the fact that he got to hang out with people, basically.
Right.
You know, yeah, I mean, he's a better character when he hangs out with human beings. He's more dangerous because he can hurt them. He's funnier because he's got this double life, but he's also more mysterious, and he's just a more alive character when he has to do that. So that's what I liked about season 3, and it seems that the writers liked it as well, because there's a lot of that kind of thing that happens in season 4 for Aiden. You know, I don't fight a lot of robots in this season. Well, one robot, played by Sam Huntington.
And we don't fight. He just calls me a robot.
That's right. And I get it. Yeah, exactly. And he gives me rides around town.
Exactly.
His robot legs.
On my robot legs.
But it was no. I mean, that's the thing. Is so long as we keep touching base with the human elements. I mean, this is a show that's more about those kitchen scenes than I think anything else.
Yeah.
When it's at its best. You know.
Cool.
Well, I want to know too, speaking of all the supernatural beings that we've seen in this show that we love, like werewolves and vampires and ghosts, what is it about, those supernatural elements that, garner such a great way to tell compelling stories?
I know. I think somebody hit the clap button.
Clap button.
Clap button. There's clap button.
The laugh track.
Either that or a giant just took a pee behind us.
Well, sometimes a giant's gotta go.
Dude, I'd say 3-4 times a day.
I kind of love that a giant.
More of a trickle than a pee, though.
But I love that a giant taking a piss sounds like
He's
a claw.
dehydrated.
All right,
So, like,
try it now.
Like,
No, don't say anything, just applaud.
yeah, that's it.
That's not right.
It makes me want to go. Every time they applaud, I feel like a giant takes a piss.
What would a number
It's kind of
two?
like the end of It's a Wonderful Life.
What would a number 2 sound like with the giant?
Oh no. Can we do it, everyone?
Everyone booing.
Let's try.
Hold on. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this.
Let's do it right.
On the count of 3, and one of you needs to count it down.
Everyone's got to make a fart noise.
Everyone make a fart
noise. Okay? You ready, Sam? You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Fart noise.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like it's a spin song.
You guys are gross. That's sick. What's wrong with you people?
Some people really lingered on that one.
Yeah, some of them were like,
Bravo to you guys. We're here for you guys. That's right. Yeah, you think you're watching us, we're watching you.
that's right, the show's right here.
Why do you think, though, that supernatural avatars make a great way to tell stories about humans? Because in a way it's counterintuitive. Why do you think it works, though?
You can tell some really hard-hitting stories with that stuff, you know, and not necessarily trip up censors and stuff like that. I remember some of the stuff that early on I shot was just very, it's just heroin addict stuff. But you go, oh no, he's a vampire, it's cool. That's what he sounded like, the censor.
Oh no, it's a vampire. It's cool.
Yeah, he's not a crack addict or a heroin addict, he's a vampire.
These are what censors sound like.
They're all old ladies who are really keen on heroin and crack addicts.
But love vampires.
Ooh.
All right, well, we want to open it up to the floor.
Raise your hand if you have a question of any sort. Really? None of you have questions? Come on.
Yeah.
Can you say, and we'll repeat it in the mic so everybody can hear it. The floor is yours.
Okay, I just wanted to know how it felt for the ghost to wear her clothes continuously.
Good question. She wants to know how it felt to wear my clothes continuously. Well, that happens to be one of the most popular questions out there. It was awful. And continues to be. But no, the first 2 seasons and and some of the third, when I was wearing the gray stuff, it got very frustrating because I love clothes and I love fashion, and it was like ironically I'm the one that needs to be put in the same outfit, but it was almost like going to school in a uniform. It's like I knew what to expect when I came in, didn't have to worry about impressing the boys, it was like and I was comfortable, but you know what, that outfit cause a lot of problems. It seems simple, but it's very, very complicated. I bet you didn't know that it's actually 4 layers. There's a silk undershirt under the tank top, and then the tank top, and then a cashmere sweater, and then the knitted gray sweater.
That's basically like breaking down, like, look, I'm not just wearing a t-shirt and jeans. I've got underpants, I've got socks, a lot of layers going on. You're such a drama queen.
And you actually just took off a hoodie, sweatshirt, and a jacket. So there was 4 layers on Sam right there. It's like, come on.
And a hoodie and a jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a thin layer of sweat.
I'm wearing a hat.
That's bad.
Well, that begs the question. I mean, at the end of the season, you got dropped into this hell pit thing. But before that, when you died again, what do you think of that outfit? Did they let you have any say in the outfit that you had to die again?
Absolutely. That outfit was a collaboration from many people, myself included. I really wanted it to be a dress because I wanted to feel like a girl. They really needed there to be a sweater because for stunt purposes it's easier to hide a harness and have a stunt double. Not that I use a stunt double. And then they wanted the dress to be purple in homage to episode 10 of season 2 when Sally goes into her dream universe and everything was purple.
That was like a giant taking a nap.
All right, where else? Yeah, right there. Box. Yep.
So now that the show's popular and you're coming to conventions and being around big buckets of nerds, before you entered the nerdverse, were you like nerdy about other things like Harry Potter or Star Wars or what?
Yeah. I mean, I think we all were. Maybe Kristen wasn't so much. No, Kristen wasn't. No, Kristen wasn't. No, Kristen.
Don't listen to anything that he says. I definitely was as well. I grew up in a house with just an older brother, so I obviously liked everything he liked and wanted to do everything he did. So Star Wars all the way, the original. Yeah, but I was always like a really big fan of fantasy films. I could go on and on about them. So, like Legend, Willow, Labyrinth, Neverending Story, E.T., so many good 80s movies.
Good list.
Yeah, I've got good lists.
David Bowie in the unitard. Great.
Megan is actually wearing Bowie's pants from Labyrinth today. God, stand up and show the crowd, Megan.
Dance the magic, dance the magic.
And in terms of
You
Sam,
remind me of the Babe.
What, babe?
The Babe. This is bad.
Sorry, moving on.
and Sam Witwer, have any of you ever been online, any of you out there, and heard Sam Witwer talk about Star Wars, whether like the etymology, the X-Wing fighter? Have any of you ever seen any of those clips of him online? Because the degree to which you know about Star Wars canon is shocking.
It's work research, dude.
Yeah, a voice of Star Wars. What are you geeking out about right now?
Star Wars. I mean everything, man. I like everything. If it's if it's good, if it's cool, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I love this one. Not so much this one.
I love you, baby.
No, I'm.
Fly out of your mouth.
Why not? Why not? That's why not. No, I'm totally into all that stuff. Absolutely, I think it probably shows in the interviews. I've just been, I feel very lucky to have worked on some of those things. I think the only thing that the only universe I haven't visited is like Star Trek yet. So we'll see. But been around everywhere else.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't mean anything by that. Yes.
That's what we were all thinking.
You just lost a lot of points, bro. You're playing, half the crowd stands up and walks out. That's right.
I played Khan's
Oh, he's not in the
roided out little brother.
I'm out of here. Get out of here. And I think you should go too.
That's what's up? That's right. Roid Rage. The Wrath of Khan is Roid Rage. Yes.
Sorry.
No, I mean, this is awesome. So obviously, you know, you guys talking back and forth, and you have amazing chemistry. What is it like on set every day?
Awful. It's a.
And be totally honest.
Which porn do you watch?
It's a
miracle.
All I have to say is that I've, like, professionally, I've become a worse and worse actor the longer the show's gone on. I'm not even kidding. I was so, you know, I went to theater school and I take my job very seriously, and, you know, I got a degree in this, and when I first got to set, I, you know, like, I would never forget a line. Like, I was used to doing entire plays, and you know, it was no question. I know everyone else's dialogue, and now, like, I can't even. It's like yesterday on set, I couldn't even. And I used to give him so much like flack for always like messing me up right before a take. He'd say something ridiculous, and now I'm the one that just right before a take, I'll say the stupidest thing, and then he can't keep it together. Then I can't keep it together.
You know what it was yesterday? At the couch scene? It was. This is so stupid, by the way. It was so stupid. I was like, yeah, I'm really excited about tomorrow at Finexpo. And she went, yeah, Finexpo, Canada.
No, phonetically. Finexpo, Canada. All the A's have to come out on the exact same. Yeah.
Talking to everyone.
Very well hydrated giant. Some of you in the back row can't hear it, but that giant just.
It's definitely someone else clapping in another room because they're definitely not clapping for this story.
Hey! You want to take this outside?
Well, we've obviously at Inner Space been on set with you guys. I'm pretty sure we have a little clip to see what it's really all about behind the scenes. Let's see.
Where are we going now? Where does season 3 pick up? You can, don't spoil, but tease with this answer.
Okay, yeah.
Season 3.
Well, we're all still in the show.
Yeah.
Okay. Sally. Hayden. They exist.
Theme seems to be careful what you wish for. Is that something you would echo?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we all kind of get what we've been longing for this whole time. We all sort of get what we want, and I think as the season progresses, you kind of start seeing that maybe this wasn't the best idea.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just pause it.
Wait. Can you pause?
There it is. Yeah? It's just a really long graphic. More questions from the floor. Toss up your hands if you got them. What about you? Hello. Hi.
Hi. This is for Sam Whipper. I know you were in season 1 of Walking Dead. Do you prefer playing a zombie or a vampire?
Question was, do you prefer playing a zombie or a vampire? Because, of course, Sam was a zombie in early Walking Dead.
There are more lines as a vampire. You know, that was just before we went to shoot the Being Human pilot, and what that was Frank Darabout's a buddy of mine, and he wanted to do a prequel thing for The Walking Dead. And so he said, you're going to be the tank zombie, and then we're going to do a prequel about that character. And if you want to read about the story that he laid out, it's online and stuff. That was really gross. And the hardest thing, there were 2 hard things about The Walking Dead. One was not blinking for 3-minute takes and just laying there still, which you'd find quite impossible. Sally death scenes, literally before they do the special effects, are like this.
My eyes get so dry.
Anyway, and the second hardest thing was convincing the hair lady to not cut all my hair off, because I was playing a military guy. So I sit down in the hair thing, and she's like, all right, and she starts cutting my hair off, and I have to do Being Human in like 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, hold on. I know you think I'm just some guy they picked up to play a zombie. Yeah. Oh, I know. But I'm friends with the director. Sure you are, hon. I'm like, oh, come on! Stop it! And we got into a big argument. And I was like, look, I have to go do my show. Yeah, you got a show. Sure you do. You're a real bitch. It was wrapped up.
Well, that's Rizzo.
That's right. It's
No, it was Dustin Hoffman.
And then she, right. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. So yeah, that was the hardest thing, was having a big argument with this woman. And then I eventually had to get out of that trailer and go find Greg Nicotero and be like, listen, you do my hair and you do the zombie makeup, because at least you know, we're buddies. You know I'm here to set this other thing up. She won't believe a damn word I'm saying. So if she's, you know, listening to this, or this is online, you.
I think I'm going to go ahead and speak for the audience when I say that we will collectively kill anyone who touches your perfect hairs. All right? Are you with me, people?
If you get up close to him, be careful, because it's like sticks.
I can wield my hair like a morning star. It just,
Like the Predator star blade.
Predator star blade. Yeah.
That was a reference to Predator.
Predator 2, though. Predator 2.
How about AVP, was it Requiem, right? AVP Requiem over here. I care.
Thank you.
I remember when they hired you. And Sam Huntington goes, yeah. And I think she was down to like her underwear in the scene in the Predator movie. Because, you know, we wanted to get to know you.
I was like, I remember her, yep, I remember her. I remember that. And then I just was quiet for the rest of the day, and everyone was like, oh. They look at me like, oh, he's thinking about it again. It's terrible. Now we've been naked together a lot.
Oh, Megan, you don't know the things we say about you. It's great. You look hopeful.
Tell me more.
Actually, you know what? But before we got, when I told my body, no. I told my buddy who lives in Montreal, ironically, when I got the shot, I was like, yeah, it's this guy Sam Whitwer and this girl Megan Rabb. And he goes, oh, Megan? And I was like, yeah, she's really great.
No, shut up.
And you goes, no, you don't even know. She's the girl in Montreal who everyone wants. And I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah,
True
cool.
story.
True story. That was television and film star Jay Baruchel who said that. Jay Baruchel.
All right, enough.
I love how it got more awkward than a giant taking a wig. That's amazing.
This could go much further if you wanted to.
I think we wanted to.
TV's Nick Webster said of you, he said, screw it, right? You guys are right? He said,
Oh, I do know.
he said, you know, that chick is so hot, it pisses me off. That's it. And she missed it. She didn't even hear it. She was too busy talking to Megan Rabb.
So,
it's like it never happened.
So, girls, what do they say about me? I know it's coming. What was it?
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, Sam Huntington. Yeah, that guy. Ooh-wee.
Okay, so you guys don't even need scripts, you don't need anything, you just playing off each other, you know, obviously we're seeing the chemistry, and we actually have a bit of a recap of season 3, and what it would look like if this was actually a sitcom.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
It's
terrible. Oh.
Let a Jewish werewolf loose in our crustacean.
This way is way faster and it numbs the brainstem. Oh, really? I think it does.
That's a way to die. It's not as bad as, say, getting hunted down by a pack of werewolves for sport.
The point is, we all have to die.
No, we don't. We don't have to die. We're not going to die. We're not going to die.
I was a ghost. I body got reanimated.
This is the first full moon that I've spent out in the world. We can still choose who we want to be. Ever bright.
I think I'm dying.
Is it time?
If you ask me that again, I'm gonna flash some tattered flesh.
You love me.
I killed his daughter.
This is for my wife.
I haven't met the likes of you and your friends in a long time.
What is to me? What am I? What did you do? On the next full moon, I'm gonna be the one.
Guys are sitting right there. They're sitting right next to me.
Morgan left because she said it got really awkward, so she went to moderate the panel.
I'm right behind her.
We're going to open up to the floor again for questions, but before we do, Megan, I asked you briefly about season 4, but just seeing that little teaser, going through each of your characters, what can you tell us about, in terms of the state that they were left in? So for instance, looks like being a perpetual wolf. What can you tell us about where we pick up with season 4 in terms of where we left them? I know you can't spoil things, but what can you even obliquely tease? Josh as the perpetual wolf, what can you tell us?
Well, he gets stuck as a wolf. So, season 4, I'm a wolf.
Yeah, perpetual wolf.
I'm a wolf. I'm a computer-generated werewolf.
That's right.
No,
Perpetual
I
wolf
think I
sounds
can
like
say
you're
I
a
get
man.
back. I think I can say in one yeah, I think so. In one way or another, I think I can.
Right, they fired him, and then they hired the wolf.
Right.
The digital wolf.
And then they were like, whoa. Wait, do we need a guy? We might
Probably need a guy.
And they hired me back for a fraction of what I was being paid before. That's right. It's actually really smart.
It was a really smart business decision.
No, but it's very complex between Nora and Josh, and it's really
We can tell them it takes place 3 months after...
yeah, right, yeah.
Well, I just did, so I guess we can tell them. It takes place 3 months after what you just saw.
Right. Okay. Kristen, Nora, what can you tell us in general terms about her trajectory so far this season with what you've been shooting?
Well, obviously off the top of the season, my new husband is trapped as a werewolf, and I'm trying with all of my might to figure out how to get him back. And so basically...
Is that just you? You're just doing it yourself,
I'm just doing it myself.
Yeah.
It's all me.
Okay.
It's all me.
No, I just wondered about
Myself, Nora and Aiden are working as a team.
Oh, whoa!
As a team.
That's new.
To try and get Josh back. And so, but I mean, things have never been worse for poor Josh and Nora, because basically they have a half an hour together every full moon, because he turns back into a human being on the night of the full moon as I'm about to turn into a werewolf. So we have a very passionate half hour together.
Yes!
Which, by the way,
You should tune in just for that half
it's a very
hour.
passionate half hour, but 28 minutes of that is Josh going, I swear it's never happened before.
Crying into a mound of hay.
You understand?
Megan, totally spoiler-free, no spoilers, but what can you tell us, if anything, about the Hell Pit, or where we're going to pick up?
Well, Sally's been pulled down deep into the witch's nether regions. And because of that, because she ate me and I exploded out of her, I absorbed quite a bit of her fluids. I've taken quite a bit of her power.
It's the best you've ever been.
Nailing this panel. So I'm going to now use this newfound power that I have to try to save myself.
Got it. Fluids. Mr. Whitwer, your wife has shown up. Can you give us any spoiler-free hints at all?
Do we know that that's her 100%?
No, we do.
Oh, okay. Well, it's her.
Might not be. Might not be.
No, I mean, no. Is
I have no idea.
There are a lot of questions. You know, what is that all about? What's the deal? Is it just some chick who looks like her? Could it be a descendant? Could it be her? Could it be?
Oh.
It's just some chick who looks like her, and actually then it's never referenced again.
No, that's it.
It just happens.
I thought we made it clear. And some chick gets out of a cab, and it looks like his wife. What's the? You guys have never been like, oh, you remind me so much, you know? Nailed it, right? So yes, there's a lot of, the thing about Aiden's stuff is that he's trying to help get Josh back, but he's also, we got a lot of momentum from the last season because yes, there's this wife thing, and then there's also, somewhere out there is guy Kenny who's doing something.
Yeah.
Probably. My guess. I don't read the scripts, guys. I have no idea what's happening. But I know the names of the characters because I hear you guys talk about them.
Right. Well, we're all even more intrigued but more confused than we were, so thank you. I love it. More questions from the floor? Hello?
Hey, I wanted to say first, hey, Crashdown, love the hair.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, Crashdown, BSG reference.
Exactly.
Well played, sir.
And my question is, I was having a debate with a friend.
Sorry, wait, say again?
With a friend this morning. Now, can Josh and Aiden take on Sam and Dean?
Josh and Aiden, Sam and Dean,
That was a great question.
That's a good one.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Where's Mark Pellegrino? He could weigh in. Oh, we killed him. Yeah.
Yep, that was that.
What's up?
How do you even? Oh God, that's such a good question. I think we take him.
Yeah. We all know the answer.
Dude, I'm a werewolf. Okay, he's a vampire. Come on, right? Do the math, pal.
In fairness, they do kill werewolves and vampires for
They do.
Yeah,
I get it.
But they take longer in makeup than we do, so we're training at that time. We're fight training.
We would make them cry with our ennui. We would just show up and be so pouty. And they'd be like, oh my God, I feel so bad for these guys. And then we'd sneak in and just do something horrible to them. Yes.
Sam, honey, did you make it a point to drop the word ennui in every panel you do?
Have I said it before? Did I say it already?
No, I was impressed with it.
Ennui. No, I just think that I think the show is filled with it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Humor and ennui. When we first met Sam Whitwer, he used the word nucleus a lot.
Yeah, for a whole season.
Yeah, I know. No, but then I called you on it one time. I haven't heard you use it once.
And I never will.
I know.
Never will.
I know.
You blew it.
It was awesome.
You blew it. The entire nucleus of why we use that word has been exploded on the atomic level.
Another audience question? Oh, awesome. Lots.
She's dying.
Oh, go. Yeah.
Yes, you.
I love you.
That was your
All right,
question.
next.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, you guys play supernatural characters. Do you guys think your characters would ever dress up for like Halloween? Sort of character with baby? Any thoughts?
Just dress up as like a dude. Right?
The dude.
Yes, the dude.
Josh
tied the room together.
Josh would dress up. Josh, I feel like before he became this thing, would definitely have been like
Of
a.
course he did.
Yes.
He was definitely.
Josh would have been obsessed with
Yeah, remember? Yeah, he would have Planet of the Apes. I think he would have been like an ape. Don't you think? Yeah.
Cornelius.
Yeah. I would say it.
Yeah.
Sally would definitely dress up, I think, for sure. She'd be like a bunny or something. Would Nora? Nora would be like a military sergeant.
It's an ongoing running joke that the already stern Nora happens to have a last name that's Sargent. Hence the reason that I wear so much army green on the show. So yeah, I've dressed in military fatigues for sure.
Aiden would do it.
Yeah, sure. You'd show up dressed as a Pegasus. Nice Pegasus.
That's a nice Pegasus. So cute. It's really big.
Peg after. What's the peg back into Pegasus? What?
It doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense. I mean, there's such a thing as pegs. But
Simon Pegg.
And you put a peg in something, but
What do you put it in, though?
I don't know anything that fit in.
Well, then why are we doing that right now?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. We go to dinner tonight. All right.
Get liquored.
I'll stop by my room. We'll get some pegs.
Because you got like 6. I saw you had 6.
Yeah, I brought a baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen?
Yeah. And we'll go from there. We'll
see what happens.
Can't be too loose. Has to like fit right in.
Just a couple of peg boys. It's all good.
They call them the Peg Boys.
That's right.
That answer your question?
We'd like to be thorough.
Another one from the floor. Hello. Oh, maybe in front, Ellie. Yeah.
I just want to know when you guys are going to get together and have a baby that's a ghost and a vampire.
The question was, when are Sally and Aiden going to get together?
Just now. It's interesting because if someone had said, because that is a question that has yet to be answered, obviously, if that will even happen. But I will say this, that before, I remember people asking me after season 2, hey, Sally and Aiden, I'm like, no, they did that on the BBC show, and that is not the type of relationship that these two people have. And then after season 3, I was like, okay, now it's getting weird.
Well, here's something that's interesting that our writers did in season 3. When Sally was a human again, a human, all of a sudden her and Aiden started having some moments, and I thought it was really interesting because all of a sudden it was never a possibility before, and then all of a sudden she's corporeal, and they had a fun night, and he's been drinking, or I've been drinking, and then we were sort of put in this situation where we're like, well, that's a possibility. And that's something that happens with roommates. I mean, how many of you have had a friend who's been your friend your entire life, and all of a sudden there's a one night that gives you the eye?
She's actually at an auction.
All right, how many of you got that one night and that one friend?
She just bid on you. 200. I'll take that one. 200.
Anyway, so I thought that was really cool about what our writers did, and we sort of touched on it, but we'll see what happens. Clearly Space wants it to happen since they ended their clip with that.
Actually, we're here for the Spache Network.
Spache. Out of curiosity, how many people here would like to see that happen? And who would not?
Oh.
Yeah, no, we ask this question a lot, and it really feels down the middle.
By the way, I just saw a lady back there texting, and she went, when you said no, she went, see you right there. I saw it.
Do you think, knowing the characters well, do you think they'd be good together? Would they get along as anything more than friends, just hypothetically, do you think? Or would it just be a disaster? It would be awkward.
I think we get along just fine.
All night long.
That's right.
From the floor again? Hello. Hey, yeah.
This is for Megan. How weird was it when your court did die again to actually see yourself dead in the night that you would go?
Oh,
Great
question.
Repeat the question.
She wants to know if it was weird when I when Sally dies again after decomposing, how weird was it for me to see my dead body next to me? All right, guys.
Yes!
Was that digital? How did they do that?
Yeah.
So
What was it like? Like, what was it like having your body right there?
Yeah, I mean, like, do they build like a dummy?
Like, was it exactly your shape and like exactly like you?
Like a complete life cast of your entire body.
Like, and what would your friends do?
Yeah, if they were just hanging out there,
Just hanging out,
just chilling,
and there was an exact replica
of your body,
your like little sister.
Ooh, just a tight little replica.
I mean, are you putting together what happened? I'm not even kidding. My dead body that was literally the exact replica of my body, because they did a full body mold, was completely molested by these three.
I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea what she's talking about.
It's a very mixed bag, because part of me's like, wait, is this what you always wanted to do?
In our defense, though, we sat there for like 6 hours with that thing.
Totally respectful.
Before we didn't do anything.
No.
And then all of a sudden, I think it was you. I think it was you made the first move. The floodgates opened, and once it happened, it was glorious.
Let me tell you, I didn't hear any complaints.
No. No. Oh, we did just disastrous things today.
And yes, there is photographic evidence.
And yes,
So it was
I made out
fine.
with myself once. Just once.
She actually eventually got into it.
This guy back there has been wanting to ask a question.
I think I just saw your publicist cry. Everybody
he
commented about playing the responsible.
He asked me why, if I, because Josh is the responsible kind of mother hen, and if I would ever want to not be that. And the answer is, yeah, I'd love to not be that. And I think towards the end of season 3, I kind of did stop being that a little bit. You know, I loosened up, I killed a few people. And I think we'll definitely explore that more in season 4. But yeah, what's actually kind of what I love about Josh is he's like really multifaceted, and he's got a ton of layers, and it just keeps, they just keep growing exponentially. So.
And he's got a huge Pegasus.
Giant Pegasus.
Yes.
Another one from the floor who's been waiting a while. On the side there, maybe? Hello. Hi.
I'm pretty much asking a question just for the sake of being able to talk to you guys. Hi. I know that you film in Montreal. Do you guys film in Ontario or any other areas?
It's a city called Montreal that we film. Yeah.
You don't go outside of there?
No.
No, I asked them just a tiny bit on the side. I just want to know whereabouts you must do that. And do you want
Well-
to stop here?
We shoot around Montreal. Like we shoot in a place called Oka. That's really pretty. There's like there's like a old monastery there that's really pretty. So that's one of our like 3 locations. We really have like 3 main locations. It's a hospital, which is this crazy old mental institution, which is beautiful and bizarre and smells weird. And then we have the studio that we work in. That's the interior of the house and a bunch of other stuff. And then we have this monastery outside of Montreal.
But yes, so always in Quebec, never in Ontario, unfortunately. For an Ontarian myself.
Were you looking more for like home addresses? Is that where they stay in Montreal?
Well, we can give you Megan's.
I got time for a few more from the floor. Toss up your hands there. Oh, Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Expo.
I have a question for everybody. If you could each play like one movie role in history, which one would you pick?
Sorry, say that again?
If you could play any movie role from history, which one would you pick?
Okay, I'm just sorry. Before we answer that, I literally just had a panic attack. I thought you were like my ex-boyfriend. I didn't hear a word you said. My heart is beating so fast. Why are you here? Why are you fucking dressed like that?
question's like, my question's
Leave her alone, man.
My question's for Megan. First of all, why did you leave me? Second of all, will you marry me? Follow up, will you marry me?
You dated Spider-Man?
Teddy, she's a big deal.
The question was, what movie role throughout history would you love to play?
It's easy for me. Indiana Jones, Han Solo, or Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
I'd love to play a mermaid.
Like Splash? Like Splash?
No, but actually, we were having the discussion on set 2 days ago about if we were the cast of Peter Pan, who would we each be? And Megan's answer was, I don't care as long as I'm one of the mermaids. Sam Huntington would be Shmi.
I thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'd definitely be Smee. And I got a pretty good Peter, don't I?
Limber up. Limber up. Here we go!
Hourglass figure.
You're perfect.
Get him up there. Get him up there if you don't want to grow up.
Well, it's right here, Jeff.
Kristen would, of course, be Tink. Definitely.
I think if I could do any role I wanted, yeah, it'd be Sam Spade, Indiana Jones, or Ben Affleck.
You mean Batman?
Hey, you just answered the. I was going to ask you guys what you think of the casting.
Oh, they're turning.
Is there anyone out there that feels positive about it? She does. Go for it. All right. There's about 60.
What about the Superman and Batman together? Nah, no.
But to be fair, these people don't really like Superman and Batman. You know? They're not really into that.
Know your audience, Kristen.
My bad.
It's Murder, She Wrote, guys.
So we're going to do a draw in a second. We've got time for one more audience question. So think of whoever has got the most epic wrap-up panel question. But right before that, I just want to ask you, other than the availability of lifelike fake bodies around to do whatever you want with, why have you loved being a part of this show?
That's an easy one.
Yep, these guys.
Yeah, it's true. I think we all feel the same way. I mean,
Seriously, it is kind of like that, though. Like, I don't want to choke up and tear up, because I'm that guy. But, Smee would just...
Smee's all over that.
Mess.
Last epic audience wrap-up question. Is it epic? Is yours epic? You feel it's epic? The floor is yours.
Who she doesn't know? She doesn't
Oh, God.
Her hat says yes. Her face says
Well, it looks like there's two. So why don't we do you? As long as we keep it quick, we'll do you and you. Double epic wrap-up. And then we're doing an audience draw, so please don't go anywhere.
Okay. My question is for Megan. I remember seeing a video of you doing Mario impressions, and I would like for you to do like if you.
Who do you want?
Anything, like all of them if you could.
Questions about Megan's Mario impression.
All right. Okay. So, Peach. Bingo. Bye-bye. Toad. Okay. I'm the best. Yoshi.
question goes to you with the fantastic hat. Yeah.
Who would you think would win in a fight if you took your characters and made them fight the British versions?
Who would win?
Out of everyone?
She asked if we had to fight the cast of the BBC show, who would win?
We definitely take more steroids on our show.
Yeah. I'm like, I literally can barely sit here right now. All I want to do is just kill one of you.
The question alone is enraging him.
I'm barely keeping it together, guys. So,
Maybe you shouldn't have stabbed that poor woman in the head with your knife earlier.
she was asking for it, though. Look at her face. She's so happy about it, too. Thank you. Thank you for stabbing me through the head. Do you have any idea, by the way, do you have any idea how much strength it takes to stab someone, not just in the face, but through the head all the way?
Yeah, because this is tough.
It's bone, dude.
Yeah, you really gotta get a sharp.
Yeah, and you gotta get it right in the right spot.
Ooh. This is just getting weird. Not even funny anymore. It's weird.
We're gonna do a draw. But before we go, this will be the last time a lot of us see you before season 4 launches. So, anything you want to say to your fans as you go into this kind of second half of your production season?
Not really, no.
Kristen's got something she
I
wants
was going to say we're here. Well, we'll be here if you want to come say hi.
Yeah.
We'll be downstairs. Where? Downstairs somewhere for the rest of the day and then all day tomorrow as well.
in the north building.
In the North building.
We're signing in the North building tomorrow and later today.
Yeah, if you want
And you can come and talk with us and stuff.
Oh, Sam Huntington will lick you.
Yeah, I'm big into like sweat. I really like dirt. I like dirty people. Yeah. The dirtier you are. If you've been like in cosplay all day and like really gross, please come to me. I'll clean you off. I'll clean you off.
Awesome. Well, that's actually, the draw is about autographs. The first 150 of you in line, you should have got a ticket, a red, white, or blue ticket. So there's 150 of them. What we're going to do now is draw one color. So 50 of you.